Please rise for the Central Cabarrus High School class of 2017 and remain standing for the presentation of colors. Please be seated. Good afternoon. My name is Chris Louder, Superintendent of Cabarrus County Schools, and on behalf of the Cabarrus County Board of Education and the Cabarrus County Schools Administration, I would like to welcome you to today's graduation ceremony as we celebrate and recognize the class of 2017. For the last 12 years, I've attended all the graduation ceremonies for Cabarrus County Schools. Each one of them is unique and special, but this year is very different because this year I have a daughter who's graduating from high school. My daughter Hayleigh is part of the class of 2017, and that makes this year's graduation extra special. I graduated from high school 30 years ago in 1987. As I've been contemplating my daughter's graduation from high school, I've also thought a lot about my own. It was very difficult being 18 years old and about to graduate from high school because you're in this type of purgatory where some days you feel like a child and some great days you feel like an adult. And the people around you, some days they treat you like a child and some days they treat you like an adult. And with that in mind, I've tried to consider what I was thinking about and feeling before my own graduation. I distinctly remember constantly listening to one of my favorite songs of all time called Independence Day by Bruce Springsteen. For those of you who haven't been Bruce Springsteen fans for the last 35 years like me, he and his dad famously had a difficult relationship that he writes about in many of his songs. Independence Day is a song written from the perspective of a young man who comes in and talks to his father the night before he leaves home the next morning. And in my mind, I've always pictured this conversation taking place at the kitchen table right after the narrator comes home from his last night out before he leaves home the next morning. The chorus of the song begins with and often repeats, "Say goodbye, it's Independence Day." Besides listening to the song a million times, I've also read and watched many things that Mr. Springsteen has said about the song and what he was thinking about when he wrote it. What I remember loving so much about the song was that it captured all the elements that I was thinking and feeling during that time. It had this sense of sadness that the narrator felt about leaving home and that his life was going to change in many ways maybe he wasn't even aware of. And it had this sense of regret that maybe he could have been a better person or a better son. And it also had what Mr. Springsteen refers to as the exhilaration of being cut free, just the joy of being able to live your own life. I remember thinking to myself on my graduation day that I was sad because I realized I may not see some of these people again and that my life was going to change, and was I ready for that? I remember thinking that maybe I could have worked harder or been a better person. And I remember thinking, I cannot wait to get out of here and make my own decisions. Now, 30 years later, I find myself thinking about a lot of the same things. The difference now is that I'm sitting on the other side of that table as the parent, and my daughter is talking to me about leaving home. I find myself being kind of sad because I'm going to miss her, and I'm going to miss having her around the house. I find myself thinking of many of the memories and important times in her life, like the day we brought her home from the hospital, her first day of preschool, her first day of kindergarten, seeing her face when her mom and I introduced her to her sister Maggie at the hospital and she wouldn't take off the t-shirt that said, "I'm the big sister." How excited she was when we went to see Hannah Montana and the Cheetah Girls live at the Bojangles Coliseum. And the first day we watched her drive off alone in our van. When I think of my favorite memory, it is probably how I used to go into her room in the morning when she was a baby, after she'd been asleep. And I would walk in and she would have bedhead, like many babies do after they've been asleep all night. And she would be standing up in this pink fuzzy onesie that zipped up in the front, and she would just smile and laugh and bounce in the crib because she was glad to see me. And I would go over and pick her up, and she would hug me and be really warm and have that great baby smell. I also find myself feeling some regret and thinking about what I could have done better. Did I prioritize the right things with her? Was I a good role model? Did I spend enough time with her? Was I a good enough father? Lastly, I'm excited for her because I know she's excited and she has the exhilaration of being cut free. I know that she's looking to make a connection with other people in the world that everyone is looking and striving for. And I know that she has to cut her own path and that there's tremendous satisfaction in doing things for yourself and making your own decisions and mistakes. And I want her to know that satisfaction. You see, half of me would give my right arm to go back in time and walk into that room and have her bounce in the crib because she's glad to see me. But the other half knows that you can't go back in time and that life keeps moving forward and progressing, and that if we went back in time, excuse me, if we went back in time, she would never know the joy of living her own life and having her own family and walking into her own baby's room and seeing her own baby excited to see her and bounce in that crib and smell her own baby smell. Part of being a healthy adult is moving forward and cutting your own path. And as scary as that seems, she will cut a different path that is her own and may be different from the one that I want or envision for her. Or as the song says so well, all men must make their way come Independence Day. Class of 2017, Independence Day has come. You've worked hard, and graduating from high school is a great achievement. I know some of you are sad, and some of you have regret, and some of you just can't wait to get out of here. But most of you have a mixture of all these feelings, and you'll have to manage those feelings and figure out your destiny and where you come from and where you're going. That's all part of becoming an adult. So as you leave and go out into the world, leave with purpose and determination, and take the exhilaration of being cut free and use your freedom and your independence to do great things and be a great person and make the world a better place. So to the class of 2017, we say congratulations. We're very proud of you, and we love you very much. You are ready, and you're prepared, and we can't wait to see what you become. As you take your first steps into the world, soak in this day, grab everyone that you care about, tell them what they mean to you, tell them you love them, and say goodbye. It's Independence Day.
Good afternoon. First, I would like to say thank you to friends, family, faculty, administration, and honored guests for being here today with the class of 2017 to celebrate this very special day in our lives. Today is the day we move on to the next step after high school. Today we graduate and become Viking alumni, part of the vast network of individuals throughout the world who are united by the green and gold of Central Cabarrus High School. Today is the day. We thank our friends and family for being here with us today and supporting us throughout these years. We also thank our teachers and the other people in our lives who have helped us stand here today. Before we begin, I would like to introduce a few special guests who are here with us. Superintendent of Cabarrus County Schools, Dr. Chris Louder, Cabarrus County School Board Chair, Mr. Barry Shoemaker, and Cabarrus County School Board Vice Chair, Mrs. Carolyn Carpenter. I would also like to welcome the following Cabarrus County School Board members: Mr. David Harrison, Mr. Rob Walter, Mr. Tim Furr, Mr. Vince Powell, and Mrs. Cindy Furtenbaugh. Lynn Reimer, Deputy Assistant Superintendent of School Operations, Dr. Crystal Hill, Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum and Instruction, Kelly Klutz, Chief Financial Officer, Dr. Kelly Probst, Assistant Superintendent of Technology, Child Nutrition, and Kids Plus, Glenda Jones, Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources. Thank you once again to all of you who are here today to celebrate and honor our accomplishments.
School colors, forest green and gold. Upper left, scales of justice in green, placed on background of gold, represents the democratic form of justice. Upper right, gold block inlaid letters C symbolize the athletic facet of the school's program. Lower left, gold scroll placed on forest green background with the date 1966 is symbolic of scholastic achievement and founding date of Central Cabarrus High School. Lower right, gold planet Saturn on background of gold symbolizes the space age in our modern planetarium. Horizontal division. 3 interlocked open books represent the 3 school communities joined together for a progressive educational effort. Vertical division. The wavy vertical division is symbolic of Meadow Creek, where the discovery of gold emanated the development of Cabarrus County. Crest, in natural coloring of Viking, our school's mascot.
Good afternoon. Well, I know it's pretty cliche to start off a speech with a quote, but here it is anyways. Jon Stewart once said, "The unfortunate yet truly exciting thing about your life is that there is no core curriculum. The entire place is an elective." This quote summarizes to me what it's like for us this very day. Most of us are sitting in our seats, eager to see what awaits ahead, excited to say, I finally made it through these past 4 years. We've taken countless classes explaining that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, or what the quadratic formula is. But something I know that we can all take from high school is our knowledge about ourselves. We've come to the conclusion that yes, it is possible to get less sleep than a dolphin and still function. Barely, yes, but it can be done. We've learned that we can step up to a challenge we were once afraid to face, and we've grown into mature young adults. Many of us have plans on what we're going to be doing in these upcoming months. Some of us still have our plans up in the air. Either way, today's a day to take a break from the stresses of the future and take it all in. Today is for us. This celebration of our hard work we've put into Central. 10, 20, maybe 50 years from now, you might be able to remember this day, this figurative gate into adulthood. This knowledge about ourselves is what has prepared us for whatever may be ahead. From running on the fumes of energy drinks after writing an essay just to submit it at 11:58, or rushing to do the math homework as the teacher walks around to check it, is one of the biggest lessons I've learned from high school. Although maybe not the smartest lesson, it is the most practical, is that some of my best work comes from that last-minute procrastination. In the sense of stepping up to the challenge, high school in itself was a challenge. For crying out loud, it's a cesspool of hormones, drama, and busy work, but that's behind us. Many of you decided to make your 4 years at Central a little bit more of a challenge by electing to take certain honors and AP level classes. But another great way we rose up to the challenge was on September 30th, 2016, when our Viking football team took out the Concord Spiders, 20-14. These are memories that we'll carry on and we'll cherish for the rest of our lives. And imagine, this was just 4 years. What else is out there? Finally, we've grown into mature young adults. I know it isn't the most fun to look back on yourself freshman year, but look at the growth. I can confidently say that for a fact that each and every one of us has developed into better and stronger people. And that's really an incredible thing. If you told me 4 years ago that I'd be standing on this stage in front of the class of 2017, I'd probably feel sick to my stomach and nervousness, and instead, I'm here. I can guarantee that just these small factors combined help mold us into the adults we are soon to become. It's scary to believe that we are this close to the open world. It seems like freshman year was not that long ago, and today, we are the controllers of our own destiny. To wrap everything up, we did it. Today, we get to say we're the ones who earned these diplomas. Some were earned by the skin of your teeth, but as Vin Diesel once said to the late Paul Walker, it doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile, winning is winning. And today we won. Best of luck, class of 2017, and stay classy.
Every year it is my privilege and honor to address the graduating class from Central Cabarrus High School, and this year is no exception. The class of 2017 is an amazing group of young adults who have many accomplishments to be proud of. I would like to take a moment to recognize just some of their achievements. Over half of the seniors sitting before you have earned a scholarship to a 2- or 4-year college next year. Many others have chosen to serve our country in one of the branches of the armed services. The class of 2017 has earned nearly $11 million in scholarship money, the highest scholarship total earned by a graduating class in the 50-year history of Central Cabarrus High School. This senior class is not only dedicated to academics, but to performing their best athletically and artistically. They have led numerous teams to playoff victories, always representing Central with class and sportsmanship. Many of these seniors have competed in and earned superior ratings in Bands of America, Chorus and Concert Band MPA, the Bloomies, and have their artwork displayed throughout Cabarrus County. Others have traveled throughout the East Coast competing in speech and debate tournaments, Skills USA competitions, VEX Robotics and Science Olympiad contest, and countless other events. We have FBLA, masonry, carpentry, agriculture, and DECA students representing our school both in the state and nationally. Most importantly, these seniors have dedicated their time and energy giving back to the Central Cabarrus community through service projects and outreach programs. They realize that as important as personal success can be, there is no greater feeling than helping someone else. Seniors, you have achieved many accolades over your last 4 years here at Central Cabarrus High School. And while your determination and hard work have brought you to this moment, I must also recognize a few people who have helped you along the way. I would like to first thank all of the teachers and staff members of Central Cabarrus High School for your hard work and guidance in helping these young men and women achieve the milestone today. It is your dedication to excellence in teaching and learning that have truly made a difference in the lives of each of these seniors sitting before us. It is a privilege to work with each and every one of you. Parents, families, and friends can also share in this day, as it is your guidance, discipline, and love that have produced the fine individuals before us. The support you have given your son or daughter has allowed them the opportunity to successfully meet the challenges they will face in the next stage of their young lives. I thank you for all that you have done in supporting your child's education. Students, as you leave here today, I want to challenge you to continue to work hard and accept each new opportunity with a positive attitude and the determination to succeed. As you have learned in your 4 years at Central Cabarrus, approaching challenges with an open, positive mind and the will to never give up always leads to tremendous results. Love each other, support each other, and continually remember that it will be the choices you make that define who you are. 2017 is a special year for Central Cabarrus High School as it is our 50th anniversary. Yes. Throughout the year, we have celebrated Central's rich tradition of excellence in all aspects of life. In the last 50 years, graduates from Central Cabarrus High School have accomplished success in many endeavors such as business, education, healthcare, law, politics, agriculture, and construction. Central Cabarrus graduates have competed in the NBA and the NFL, scored a touchdown in the Super Bowl, performed on concert stages and on Broadway, and worked on numerous Hollywood productions. This community has a lot to be proud of in the 50 years Central has served it. A great deal has changed in the last 50 years. Please allow me just a moment to highlight a few of them. In 1967, the year of the first graduating class, the price of gasoline was 33 cents a gallon. Now it averages over $2.50, and that's on a good day. In 1967, dinner and a movie for two hovered around $10. Now it exceeds $50. In 1967, the most popular hangouts for teens were diners and fast food restaurants, the bowling alley, and school. Today, it is Snapchat. In 1967, the most well-known pop artists were named after animals: the Beatles, the Monkees, the Byrds. Today, pop artists have dropped the article "the" and go by a single title: Drake, Adele, Rihanna. In 1967, teens like bell-bottoms, miniskirts, tie-dye shirts, and go-go boots. Today, teens prefer skinny jeans, athletic wear, leggings and jogger pants, and Nike Jordans. Change in the economy, science and technology, music and fashion are inevitable. Change itself is inevitable. Seniors, change is the one constant you can count on as you begin this next chapter of your lives. I dare say that none of you are the same today as when you entered Central Cabarrus High School as freshmen. I also dare say you will not be the same person in 4 years, 2 years, or even 3 months. In Central's mission statement, the school's founder stated that it was Central's goal to graduate successful, responsible, and contributing citizens in a rapidly changing world. Each of you must become increasingly adaptable to life as it changes around you. You will go through many twists and turns as you continue on your journey. You have proven to be adaptable, or you would not be sitting here before us. Your generation has become accustomed to change more than any others we have worked with. And never have I felt that we have honored the mission statement of Central Cabarrus High School more so than I do this year with the graduating class of 2017. Seniors, as you sit in your rich golden gowns, anxiously awaiting to receive your diplomas, remember that as the world rapidly changes in the next 50 years, you must take the lead as productive, responsible citizens, just as your predecessors have done. Who among you will create the next great startup or app? Who among you will be the next LeBron or Steph Curry? Who among you will return to Central Cabarrus to film another Hollywood production? Who among you will remain in our community to lead us? Who among you will save a life? As you prepare to walk across this stage and receive your diploma, know that you will be joining a group of special people known as graduates of Central Cabarrus High School. Stay golden class of 2017. We are proud of you.
Junior marshals, if you'll please take your positions. As our graduates cross the stage, please be sure to hold your applause until all names are called. Amir Joseph Abdul Rahim. Christopher Taylor Akins. Alexi Sue Alcombright. Courtney Annette Alexander. Demarcus Peyton Alexander. Rudy Eduardo Alicea. Megan Lorraine Allen. Jacob Tyler Allred. Michelle Brianda Alston. Taylor Marie Simone Alston. Abhiraman Amarnath, summa cum laude. Sherilyn Dyrini Amaya, magna cum laude. Andrew Anthony Anderson, cum laude. Dakota Lee Anderson. Tyler Lee Anton. Alexis Elizabeth Apolinar. Josiah Anthony Arroyo. Ogiva Cameron Azimota. Alexis Aaliyah Brianna Ashby. Emily Banos Garcia. Kayla Nicole Barber. Wyatt Daniel Barrier, summa cum laude. Logan Anthony Basilis. Brandon Bates. Anaya Janae Bellamy, magna cum laude. Alexander Zane Benitez Holt. Rashawn Shamar Bennett. Ashley Nicole Bergsmith. Alexis Taylor Balowski, magna cum laude. Kenneth Clayton Bigham. Zaire Nyleave Blackwelder. Cameron Alexander Bowen. Elena Morgan Bost, magna cum laude. Maxwell Joseph Bovard, cum laude. Brandon Tyler Brennan, cum laude. Corinne Alexander Britt, cum laude. Eric Patrick Broom. Kayla Ashley Brown, summa cum laude. Michaela Kiana Brown. Maya LaShawn Brown. Tyler J. Brown. Jermaine Earl Burke, cum laude. Emily Brenna Burkholder, cum laude. Thomas Harding Burris, cum laude. Amber Ray Butcher, cum laude. Colin Jacob Butler. Nyrese Danyana Bird. Amber Carly Cameron Cadle. Simeon Reed Caldwell, magna cum laude. Cassandra Ray Calicut, magna cum laude. Amity Brooke Cameron Sayre, cum laude. Asia Lavon Janelle Campbell. Haley Denise Campbell, summa cum laude. Michael Ethan Campo, summa cum laude. Gavin Andrew Knipe, summa cum laude. Jalen Deborah Kishana Carruthers. Cecia Hamima Castillo Morales. Irving Uriel Castillo Ortiz. Vanessa Castro. Brianna Nicole Ciro, magna cum laude. Nehemiah Joy Katora Chapman, magna cum laude. Anna Maria Chavez. Chloe Noel Shawitsky Tucker. Stephen Austin Klein, cum laude. Josh Xavier Kokala. Michael Andrew Coley II, summa cum laude. Ashley Yvette Condi, cum laude. Eric Danielson Valdivia, cum laude. Sadie Ileana Cortez Nahira. Joseph Richard Cody, Jr. Gary William Corsi. Lindsay Joanna Cox, magna cum laude. Desmond Jamal Crouch. Dylan Van Culler. Keely Elizabeth Curry, summa cum laude. McKenna Elise Darling, magna cum laude. Alexis Taylor Davis. Noah Austin Davis, cum laude. Summer Desiree Davis, cum laude. Therese Nikki Davis. Madina Denise Dennis, cum laude. Jared Bowden Derbyshire, cum laude. Andrew Thomas Devaney, summa cum laude. Eric Michael D. Benedetto. Victor Klaus Di Giuseppe. Jessica Nicole Dodd. Leah Leandra Drobkin. Phillip Allen Drye, Jr. Jaiden Edward Dunehew. Abby Elizabeth Earnhardt. Hayleigh Elizabeth Eddinger. Zion Christopher Edmond. Heaven Lee Elam, magna cum laude. Ronni Elkins. Tatyana Chantel Ellis. Zoe Nicole Elmore. Jarrett Shane Ennis. Amy Enriquez. Anthony Furman Estrada. Hailey Marie Fagan, cum laude. Harrison Seth Faulkner, summa cum laude. Dante Carlos Fagan. Dezmond Charles Fagan. Charles Edward Felder III. Odalys Fernandez Cruz. Blair Destiny Foster. Cole Webb Foster, magna cum laude. Elliott Joaquim Foster, magna cum laude. Dominique Chloe Christie Fraser. Joshua Maximino Fraser Martinez. Max Logan Winmere, cum laude.
Mia Yvette Gaddy, magna cum laude. George Sieb Garland II. Aaron Michael Geathers. Karen Nicole Geathers, magna cum laude. Nigel Jawan George. Naheem Shaheen Glenn. Javon Isaiah Goolsby. Dillon Michael Gorlesky, magna cum laude. Marcus Allen Grant. Corey Tyrell Graves. Savannah Kathleen Gray. Grayson Keller Greer, magna cum laude. Michaela Cheyenne Gregory. Haley Faith Grubbs, cum laude. Jonathan Angel Guzman Rojas. Alvaro Guzman Cruz. Michael Masaru Guzman Rusi. Isaiah LaShawn Hamilton, cum laude. Michael Irvin Hamilton. Jalen Christopher Hampton. Sydney Grace Hanson, summa cum laude. Elijah Zaire Harold. Keenan Malik Harrington. Cortland Travion Jamel Harris. Dawson Chase Hartzell, summa cum laude. Leah Madison Hartzell, summa cum laude. Elijah Riley Hevner. Riley Bryn Helms. Halbert Steve Hermengildo. Uriel Hernandez Fernandez. Daniel Ernesto Herrera, cum laude. Junior Giovanni Herrera. Branson Reed Hilton. Noah Randolph Hines. Bo Marcus Hensom, magna cum laude. Lauren Elizabeth Hoadley, summa cum laude. Mahaley Elizabeth Hollett, cum laude. Shakara Shade Horner. Justin Christopher Hoyt, summa cum laude. Leonardo David Huertas. Luis Angel Infante Silverio. Catalina Marlene Itzel. Destiny Divine Jackson. Jordan Patrice Jackson. Tamarius Deshaun Jackson. Jayla Imari Jarrett. Genesis Jasmine Jimenez Azuna. Yasmin Jimenez. Christopher Dylan Johnson. Hannah Lynn Johnson, summa cum laude. Carlton William Johnson. Kevon Dakari Johnson. Laziah Nashe Johnson. Jack Roger Johnston III. David Anthony Jones Jr. Madison Elise Jones. Mikkel Elijahwan Jordan. Connor Patrick Kelly. Madison Lee Kennedy, summa cum laude. Cameron Chavis Kepley, cum laude. Ryan Allen Ketchum. Chaitna Khanna, summa cum laude. John Clint King. Taylor Sage King, cum laude. Jordan Isaiah Kirkpatrick. Terry Anthony Klein. Alfred Konichek, cum laude. DeAndre Jonathan Kraus. Cheyenne Koo, cum laude. Haley Nicole Kaiser. Micaiah Danielle Lackey. Hannah Love Lafferty. Chloe Rose LaFountain, summa cum laude. Catherine Elizabeth Landers, magna cum laude. Isaiah Michael Larson. Sarah Elizabeth Lawless, cum laude. Jaiden Theodore Leonard. Michael Joseph Leon III. Trent Alexander Litchis, magna cum laude. Abigail Nicole Little. Shantae Tiana Love. Noah Gabriel Loving. Grayson James Lowe. Aiden Patrick Lyles. Brianna Nicole Lynch. Samaya Zakia Madison. Christian Alfredo Malave. Grant Benjamin Malmut. Mark Andrew Mann. Yvette Marin Munoz. Connor Bradley Marsh, cum laude. Desmond Anthony Marsh. Keenan Ryan Marsh, cum laude. Andrea Irene Martinez. Michael Scott Mason. Anan Jariah Mathis. Ananda Page Maverick. Nashla Yahida Mayron. Jonathan Lance Mays. Caleb Andre McClellan, sorry. Jonathan Parker McCormick, summa cum laude. Akira LaDeasia McCrimmons. Matthew Eugene McDonald. Brendan Robert McGee. Emily Ann McGuire, magna cum laude. Alexis Kayla McNair. Donovan Brandon McNeely. Kigasia Lee Meadows. Tiana Lene Medlin, magna cum laude. David Eric Melendez. Courtney Leanne Melton. Jaden Tremel Miller. Mackenzie Lynn Miller. Jennifer Rose Moeller, summa cum laude. Alma Teresa Morales Rodriguez. Blake Andrew Morgan. Tyra Nicole Morgan. Jordan Amber Moss, cum laude. Alina Brian Mullis, summa cum laude. Harley Elizabeth Murray, magna cum laude. Shayshawn Rundell Myers.
Jamara Alicia Naismith. Tori Nicole Norris, cum laude. Norma Francesca Ortiz, cum laude. Elena Pacas Oriana. Mark Padilla, magna cum laude. Lane Hampton Palmer, summa cum laude. Ryan James Parker. Kiara Trinice Parrish. Deborah Jo Danielle Parrott. Yarense Pascual Mateo, magna cum laude. Milin Yogesh Patel, summa cum laude. Ilana Lauren P., cum laude. Michaela Ann Penninger, summa cum laude. Oliver Perry. Annie Grace Peterson, magna cum laude. Jason Pierre Paul. Jesus Pinion, magna cum laude. Sydney Dane Plott. Christian Lee Scott Plyler. Dylan Jeffrey Porter. Tia Ashante Pratt. Samuel David Prentice, cum laude. Meredith Ashley Presley. Heather Leanne Puckett. Cody Michael Queen. Duncan Conrado Cavedo, summa cum laude. Dylan Matthew Radford. Pablo Abdiel Ramirez Perez, magna cum laude. Taylor Joy Randall. Asia LaShawn Ray. Marquise Richardson. Benjamin Ross Rittenauer. Savannah Nicole Rivenbark. Jennifer Rivera. Jared Robbins. Kylie Sage Roberts. Miriam Rodriguez Arianes. Alexandra Rodriguez Arianes. Michael Anthony Rojas. Casey Austin Rowden, magna cum laude. Morgan Delaney Rowe, cum laude. Jenna Alyssa Roy. Tristan Thomas Ryan. Lyric Scarlett Savion. Norisbel Salazar Ojeda, magna cum laude. Isaiah Matthew Salter. Carlina Nakia Sampson. Manuel Ortega San Jose III, cum laude. Christopher Scott South. Filda Kemunto Sisi, summa cum laude. Albert Jason Shank III, summa cum laude. Caitlin Elizabeth Shaver. Leah Diane Shoemaker, summa cum laude. Bryce Emily Simpson. Emily Marie Simpson, summa cum laude. Avery Curtis Smith. Carson Page Smith, summa cum laude. Corey Lamont Smith II. James Chase Smith, cum laude. Kayla Mackenzie Smith. Jasmine Martinez Soriano. John Garrett South. Evan Blakely Spry. Kayla Simone Stanley. Kevin Trayvon Stanley Jr. Marquise Steele. Nathaniel Stevenson. Noah Brant Stewart. James Woodson Stiller. Cameron Miles Story. Derek Andre Swain. Savannah Ray Taylor, summa cum laude. Mahari Rai Thompson, magna cum laude. Kelby O'Neill Thornton. Joanna Elizabeth Torres. Austin Tyler Traver. Kyle Nicholas Troutman. Markela Tiana Tucker, magna cum laude. Samuel Joseph Tuttle. William Matthew Tyler. Louis Angel Umana, summa cum laude. Rosa Jennifer Vargas Ruiz, summa cum laude. Andrea Elise Vargas. Tony Nicole Bingle, magna cum laude. Abigail Elizabeth Wallace, magna cum laude. Abby Brianne Ward, cum laude. Catherine Elizabeth Ward, summa cum laude. Kayla Michelle Warden. Christopher Lee Watts Jr. Isabel Evelyn Webb, cum laude. Leslie Ann Westbrook, cum laude. Ashley Denise White. Brandon Michael White. Jason MacArthur White, summa cum laude. Sean Avery White. Jared Anthony Whitehead. Connor Samuel Wilder. Savannah Alexis Heredia Williams. Addie Helena Williams. Dejanay Rashawn Williams, cum laude. Ethan Jacob Williams. Kobe Ashawn Williams. Kyra Danielle Williams. Matthew Davis Williams, summa cum laude. Santeria Simone Williams. Sarah Beth Williamson, cum laude. Zachary Dominic Williams. Hunter Tony Woodard, cum laude. Jesse Donald Woolard. Chesney Lane Wooten, summa cum laude. Demetria Michelle Wright, magna cum laude. Monica Naisha Wright. Maybell Antoinette Yancey, summa cum laude. Taj Haven Young. Trent Austin Yao.
Okay, seniors, will the class of 2017 please stand? As a principal of Central Cabarrus High School, and by the power vested in me by the state of North Carolina, Cabarrus County Schools, I now pronounce the class of 2017 as the 50th graduating class of Central Cabarrus High School. Seniors, you may now move your tassels.
you.